Everyone, welcome back to NFT Art Talk live in the morning, where we're talking about news and hot topics related to the NFT world. We like to start it out with a little industry update and recap. Sorry about that, a little Friday whoop. A little bit too much caffeine this morning. A little industry update, and then dive into some of the hot topics here on the show. If you're new to the show, we want to welcome you into our community of acceptance and celebration, where we are just out here doing it. We're here on YouTube and Twitter, streaming live daily. We appreciate your support. If you're here on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell right after you do that. If you're on Twitter, don't forget to like the post, retweet it, maybe give us a follow after the episode. We appreciate it. And we hope you're having a great day. If we haven't met yet, my name is Moshe, aka DJ Fetus. This is my homie Karthik NFTs in all the places. How you doing, man? How's your Friday?
Doing good, man. You know how Fridays go, bro. You wake up, you're like, yeah, the weekend's about to hit. We're about to do our jam room in a little bit, creating some artwork in the morning. I can't complain, bro. Feeling good about everything, dude.
Yeah, I agree, man. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling really good going into the weekend. We were just talking about how the Heat won last night, closed them out in Philly, made a lot of people cry. That's the best way to win a playoff game.
Man,
Know this.
Cares about all that.
I still want my revenge on the Spurs. That's why I'm hoping they
You never get your revenge on the Spurs, bro.
I'm hoping the Spurs can actually put together a team next year.
They will, bro.
It's not fighting for the 10th seed or whatever.
They'll be closer to Austin soon.
Yeah, that's tight. All right, let's dive in. Let's get to the NFT stuff. That's what we're here to do with y'all today. We'll start out with this crypto. We've been talking about it all week. You know, it's nice to see some of the big boys bouncing back up. We see Bitcoin up to 30,000. You know, way past that 28K that it chilled at most of this week. I mean, I saw Ethereum at one point at 1,500 this week. So nice to see that over 2K. XRP up towards 44 cents now, up 20% in the last. I mean, everything's kind of pumping up right now to end the week, which makes sense. The stock market's also having a little bit of a Friday pump. I know there's some big earnings coming up next week, I think. Solana, 55 cents. Dogecoin up at 9 cents. What else we got here? Polygon up to 74. Man, what a crazy run for Polygon this week, dude. I think it was down to 44 cents at one point, up to 75. I like to see that. I remember when Polygon first got listed on Coinbase. Those were the numbers it was playing in. This was a year or two ago. It was like 44 cents, and then it got listed, and it went up to 88 cents. I felt so lucky to buy some then, you know.
It was funny back then. It was just like a coin, but now we see it a lot in the NFT ecosystem for artists around the world that want to, sell their art with low gas fees. So when we first saw it, we just thought, oh, that's cool. It's like a sub token underneath Ethereum. But now to actually see it being used in like how we're kind of interacting with Twitter Spaces and marketplaces is pretty cool.
Yeah, I think it's and the way that we've even covered on the show, it's being used for like ticketing platforms and just all sorts of transactional causes. Yeah, just looking at some of the NFT coins to wrap up the week. See Flow jump up here in what is this? How is this? What the last 7 days? So
7 days, 24 hours. Yeah.
Yeah. So. ApeCoin staying steady in this $9 range. I mean, I think Decentraland, Sandbox, it's interesting to see them in this low dollars. I know they've kind of spent the last few months up above $2. Tezos 189, 15% in the last 24 hours. I mean, everything is up right now. I'm happy to see that. I hope some people here are able to get some of those profits back. They've been hurting this week. We're not financial advisors. We just know how it feels when everything looks super red, and then what it feels when everything looks very green. But yeah, this is just some market updates. And then I know on Friday we like to talk about this. We found this nonfungible.com that lists kind of the top like NFT sales. I thought this was interesting. Other side still just bumping and Bored Ape Yacht Club, but $2 million metaverse land sale, 625 ETH. Very interesting to see that. See some other projects in this kind of top 10, but still, really, Yuga just kind of dominates. I
I
don't
actually
know.
saw the trailer for, or some videos, I guess, for like that ape game or whatever. So I'm wondering those metaverse lands are going to be applicable to it. It looked kind of like Fortnite, the ones that I was seeing online.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how like Yuga continues to grow. You know. All right, let's dive into some news.
Yeah, so this article I went across this morning, the global NFT market size is expected to grow USD 33.0 billion 22 to USD 13.6 billion by 2027. A compound annual growth rate of 35% from 2022 to 2027. So yeah, man, it just kind of talking about, there's growth in these sectors. They kind of mentioned a couple of these NFTs, like World of Women in this article, which is a bigger, like, female focused NFT. Talk about the bigger organizations like OpenSea. You have Dapper Labs, Rarible Foundation, some of these marketplaces, CryptoKitties. But it's all around the world too, man. They have companies listed in India, Canada, China, France. So it just kind of lists like these are the big players right now that are in the market, and that it's going to grow, to 13.6 billion. So that's about a 4x, I guess, in the next 5 years. And you know what? It was really, I just saw this article and I really believe in it because, one, we as artists see, hey, people are actually transacting the art and they're holding on to NFTs, and people are explaining that to a sector that's really just in its infancy right now. So to see kind of verification, or just like this article kind of talking about, we see the growth rate going up that much in the next 5 years. I kind of see that. I could see it even going up more if more people even kind of coming on board into that ecosystem. And it's just another like thing, like, when you see all these like markets crash or they go down, a lot of people say you just got to believe in projects and hold it long term. So this is like one thing that I always look at. And then I see all of, like, you'll see a lot of these companies we've been covering have been investing in this NFT landscape too. So I don't think they'd just be throwing money into it and just being like, oh, we're going to lose it all. I think they're more looking at it, hey, what's a 5, 10-year, 15-year, 20-year long-term kind of goal out of all this. So I just like that this article is kind of highlighting that.
Yeah, this makes me wonder the relationship when you look at market cap. I haven't thought about this a lot, but it popped into my brain. But like the market cap of NFT, what percentage of the crypto
Crypto,
market
yeah.
cap that is, and then to see that grow, like ideally, I believe, I hope. Again, we're not financial advisors, but to see that grow, like the exponential grow. That's
Right,
why
yeah.
I always think of like NFTs as like the bond market for
Just always growing. But
just
like, I
growing and
know.
like being stable, like people just like storing their crypto in
Right.
NFTs basically, right? And saying like, hey, this is a market that we can stabilize by keeping just our crypto there. So as they're trading, they just take like a percentage and say, I'm going to invest it
Well,
into NFTs or specific NFTs that like they think are going to hold value based on, whatever utility or platform, the community, like whatever it is.
one thing I know is interesting. I remember, we were alive during the 2007, 2008 crash and all that. And I had a lot of friends in entertainment, and they always said that entertainment actually grows during, recession types of times, right? Because you're able to go to shows, you're able to go to things like near you, not so far away. So I'm wondering if that's kind of going to be applicable to this whole crypto NFT space, right? Because we could look at NFTs, a lot of it is entertainment right now. It's going to branch out into other kind of sectors and stuff like that, being applicable to all businesses. But is that kind of like methodology going to play out even in this space?
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I think so, especially the more like larger investors that come into crypto. And I mean, I honestly do believe like that's what we're like when we experience these crashes, that's what's happening, in my opinion. Not, I keep on saying I'm not a financial advisor. I feel like I have to say that because it's like, My financial background is like my own, but
Yeah.
um, I just think it's interesting to see the like when these massive dips happen. There's a lot of people that have just been waiting for this a long time, especially
Right.
people who missed previous dips of this variety where you see like 50% from what it
Mhm.
was just like 6 months ago. That's pretty massive. So yeah, I think that's it's like as these people flood in, you see more. We're going to see exactly like you said, more diversification into like what is crypto entertainment, what is crypto everything, like
Right.
transactions, just trade. Like you could hit me in the real world. I'll trade you my like some services for some crypto right now. Like you can do that. Like you could tip us here on this video on YouTube in crypto. Like we're down. That's money to us. So um, I'm
Well,
gonna
one
keep.
thing I
Yeah, go
Well,
for
one
it.
thing I thought that was interesting is that, that's the cool thing about being a creator or artist, just as an aside, right? Because you're going to create regardless what the environment is around you, if you're a true creator. And this coming back to blockchain technology, authorship for the artist, they want to own a lot of the distribution of what they're trying to do. So we could see kind of that elevate into another level too. Because I know I was into crypto, but like when I knew NFTs were there and I could actually do something with the art that I create, and my friends could do something with the art that we could create, it just like lifted it off to another level. Like I want to go learn this. I want to go be a part of this. I want to be community building in this.
Yeah, I agree, and I'm going to transition that into our kind of our last hot topic here. You know, and that's why I say don't believe shit when you see this. Madonna NFT porn is latest filthy attention grab. I mean, this is ridiculous. So we covered this earlier in the week, if you remember. It was a Madonna released a series of NFTs, right? And I mean, basically, she's like giving birth to these like, and we already talked about it on the show, right? She's giving birth to these like beings or something like that.
Some had flowers, some of them had
Yeah,
like trees, some of them had butterflies, I think. But yeah, it was
yeah. It's like
very
with it's
artistic
a it's a
interpretation.
partnership with people, right?
Yep. Yeah.
And it's just like an artistic representation and of something actually really interesting. Like, I mean, that's so tight. I don't know why they call this porn. I think that's so. I mean, no disrespect to porn or porn stars or anything, but like, I think this is very different than porn. Uh, and I think people will just create these headlines to try to like grab, shock, and awe people, and also but I do believe it scares people away from the art, and I think and the representation of what they're trying to do. I think it's really tight. I think you have one of the most popular artists in the history of the world, really, Madonna. Like much less music, she's just been involved in everything for a really long time. She's putting herself out there in this space, you know, in like a really crazy way, partnering with like a very avant-garde artist like
Yeah.
Beeple, and then being like, all right, let's do this together. And then like I just hate to see like the New York Post or something like that doing that and kind of contributing to that FUD. And I just
Well,
think
think
it's just a
think about
moment.
it in multiple ways, right? First off, as an artist, you have to allow people to artistically express themselves to their fullest, right? You might not agree with it, you might not opinionally like it because your nostalgic background you came from, but in the end, as an artist and just as a free speech kind of thing, you have to be able to express yourself like that. Number two, people stuff is kind of wild, anyways. Like anybody gonna see that stuff, everybody gonna be like, "Yo, he got some wild kind of like pictures, wild videos, right?" So that's just kind of like you're not even understanding, and you're probably neglecting the fact that you've probably seen his artwork in the past. And then number three, it's like any artist should be allowed to do anything like that. And honestly, these companies might be just talking like that because Madonna made these companies a lot of money during the record label phases and all that, right? And now as an NFT artist, you could potentially own all that stuff, right? So always look at these headlines two ways. Like, what are their interests in this, right? Because I know as an artist, you want to be owning your own art material, getting your own royalties of it, having your own creative vision on it. So those are the aspects we should be talking about, really.
Yes, and I will add as a closing statement to what Karthik said, because I want to end this with power, is stop shaming women. Period. Nothing else.
Yeah.
Like, stop shaming women. So you guys take those thoughts to heart. Have an amazing weekend. Come join us this afternoon at 1 p.m. Central Time for a little bit more chill time. I know that was an intense ending, but I think it needed to end that way today. So I'm going to leave it like that and then say, come hang out with us at 1, and let's celebrate each other and celebrate life, where everyone is welcome, regardless of their gender, color, genre, type, whatever. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you later.